Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a long fortnight of anticipation. The kickoff of Super Bowl 51 is just about upon us. For these players and coaches, it's the culmination of a lifetime of dreams. Which team will lift the Lombardi Trophy? We're about to find out. It's the Patriots going up against the Falcons. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Freeman. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He's going to air one out. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, 76 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. So that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Ooh, with a juke. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Up over the 25 to the 26. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in the touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
Dante Hightower is a guy who can play the run with the best of anyone in the league, but he'll fool you a little bit in pass coverage. Not so bad there as well.
Now it's Ryan. He's going to wind up, and this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 34 yards, and the Falcons will add on to their lead. And that score gives them a little more separation and a bigger lead.
A little more of a comfort zone now. They can do more things defensively, maybe take a few more gambles as they try to continue to extend their lead.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll begin here with Blount. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and LeGarrette Blount, the featured back.
The big knock on him coming out of college was his lack of speed, but it's definitely not his lack of power. He runs right through opposing tacklers and sets things up big for his offense.
Second down following the run. They come up in an offset eye. Again, here's Blount. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Okay, Charles, defensive starter time for the Atlanta Falcons.
And let's spotlight Keanu Neal, the safety out of Florida. So big, so athletic. Many thought they might make him an outside linebacker, but I think they're going to use him as a hybrid. Outside linebacker, strong safety, kind of in the Cam Chancellor mode in Seattle.
Third down and 4. Here we go. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. From the gun on third down, Brady. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on fourth down here. Here's the battering ram Blount. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. But that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. Give him 16 on the pickup, and it'll give the Patriots a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Michael Floyd, 36 yards. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score.
Showtime, partner. What a great one-handed catch. How much of that was him? How much of that were the gloves?
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
On second down, Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
And how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
A gain of 11 and a first down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now it's Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run. Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that, David? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
That is caught at the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed-out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route-running savvy.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Shift together here from the D-line. And the wideout in motion. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. If you're going to throw it, Something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
Tuesday. Hey, space. Kill. Hey, Tuesday. Gun. Check.
Not enough sense of... So they're challenging the spot. If you're a coach, you hesitate to throw the flag anytime it's a spot discernment.
You certainly do, because you feel like that's not one you're likely to win, and you may need that challenge flag for later in the game.
He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
72, 55, 20, 53, check, both 66, 20.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Brooks Reed in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Check. By 20! By 45! Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Turn it up. 29's right. Tighten up. By 20! Slam.
On play action, now Brady finding time. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They come out here in the eye. Brady gives now to Blount. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on 3rd down. On play action, it's Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. On second down, here's Brady. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Dion Lewis, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are back within a score. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He's got time. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 81 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for New England. 46 yards.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages. And Blount loses the football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And as the referee is under the hood, and we're seeing this as well, he's watching the knee, isn't he?
Similar to a bang-bang play in baseball where you're listening to the sound of the ball hitting the glove at first base while watching the runner's foot hit the base. Which one came first? Did the knee hit the ground, or did the ball come loose?
They come out here in the aisle. Here's Blount. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did. Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Second down and 4.
Double tight, double tight. 20. 20 down, these two.
They'll run it here with Blount. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They come up in an offset eye.
45. I got it. Alert 3.
Now Brady doesn't like the formation here. He'll take a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And here we go on first and goal. Now a carry for Blount. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing.
Now Brady doesn't like the formation here. He'll take a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gostkowski's kick is good. So we've reached intermission in what has been a back-and-forth Super Bowl 51 from Houston. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now this time, Brady will throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Going up top. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. They slot Gronkowski outright. Now a play fake. Brady. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. This is taken at about the 14. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock.
That is incomplete. Patrick DeMarco, the fullback, the one he was looking for. And it's third and short. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan surveying the field. And that's caught by Tammy. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
And he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. On the screen, this is Coleman. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They come up in an offset eye. This is Coleman. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Here's Ryan to throw. He's got time in the pocket, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So on 4th down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. A strong running. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Check.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On first down, Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Dree Archer, 68 yards. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. inside the 40 to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Ryan turns and gives to DeMarco, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come up in an offset eye. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Finding time. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
On play action, it's Brady. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Man, such a close game, a very big one. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Brady now to throw. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Play clock winding down. Now Brady doesn't like the formation here. He'll take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Fresh set of downs here. Now Blunt. This has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Courtney Upshaw, the linebacker, brings him down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 2nd down, here's Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Coleman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 5. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one.
Where's 52? Watch 52.
12. They will run again with Coleman. And able to push his way. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Coleman now. And he's brought down. 7 yards to go on 2nd down. Coleman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Now hang on here, timeout called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left, still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get 1 more play in.
It'll be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A little under 2 minutes to go in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And it's over. The Lombardi Trophy belongs to the Falcons. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons are the Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.